What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I keep doing this. I keep inviting people back to another video when it's obvious it's a video. Welcome back to another podcast. Today we are joined by MandJTV, aka Michael, who I very improperly pronounced your name last time. I'm very sorry. Welcome.
It's fair. It's fair. A lot of people think it's Mand. It's fair.
I'm very sorry. You know, yeah, I have no excuse. Especially because, like, I hate when people forget my name because, yeah, it's just like a pet peeve because I feel like, well, my perspective is like, how many wolves are you gonna meet, right? But I'm always, because of that, because I'm sensitive to it, I always try to, like, be sensitive to other people's names, but I have very much failed. So this video is my redemption video. This video, 100% name correct pronunciation. But yeah, welcome. Do you want to, like, introduce yourself? I'm sure most of my viewers know who you are, but just in case there's anybody else.
Yeah, I suppose to properly introduce myself, I have to say, greetings, Poke fans. Michael here. I make Pokemon videos. Not much competitive content, you know? Sometimes we'll talk about, like, this is a really good competitive Pokemon for these reasons. Like, it has a good move. And then, like, that's it. I don't really do any battling on camera. I think the peak of my competitive interest was 2014. I got really into VGC then. I even went to a regionals.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I went to a Houston regionals, vlogged that. It's still on the channel. It has like, it's like one of the least viewed videos on the entire channel is that vlog of that regionals.
We're going to change that. Viewers, go watch right now. We're going to make a most viewed video on channel.
Yeah, but I did pretty well, actually.
Yeah?
I didn't make top cut or anything, but I went like 6-2 in the Swiss.
Wait, that's so good.
And ended up like 24th out of like 250 people.
That's so good.
Yeah, because I had a rough start. I like lost, won, lost, and then won 5 straight.
That's really, really good.
Yeah, but since then I haven't been into like competitive much at all. I did a draft league like later that or like the next year or something, and I hated it.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, but I haven't been as into it since. But with the Gen 8, obviously a new gen's exciting. But I also like that they got rid of Megas and Z moves.
Me too, dude. Me too.
It was just too much of a mess, man.
I agree.
It was too much of a mess, and so now I'm like kind of getting back into it because I'm like, ooh. Plus, like the accessibility is so much easier.
It's so much better. Yeah.
You can make like I can get a shiny and make it competitively perfect if I want, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool.
So that's part of the reason why I want to get back into it. And I've always preferred, like, for competitive doubles to singles, especially VGC, because it just moves so much faster.
Yeah, there's no stall really.
And there's like more creative strategies that can be utilized.
Right.
Pokemon that are OP in singles end up not as OP in doubles because they can be double targeted. Dynamax is more balanced in doubles.
100%.
So yeah, I've like really wanted to get back into VGC. So this is a good step in that, I would say.
100%. Yeah. You've also picked a really good year for it. I haven't been to a tournament yet. It's still very early on. However, I would say that this format to me feels like number 1 or number 2 of all time in the 10 seasons that I've played. The only one in contention currently is 2012, which is like pre-Megas, pre-Z moves, pre-Landorus T. And it was also, you know,
Landorus.
Yeah,
I hate that guy.
Yeah, I don't like when people are like, everybody uses the same Pokemon, but apart from that, I am still very happy that Landorus is gone, and Incineroar as well. Actually, and you know, now saying it out loud, the last time my previous favorite format was the format where it was the last time in like, what, 7-8 years that Intimidate didn't feel essential. And now, 8 years later, we finally come to another format where Intimidate doesn't feel like as essential, and I'm really enjoying it more. So I wonder if that's a coincidence or if there's some kind of correlation.
I feel like that's definitely part of the correlation.
Right, yeah. Because I guess maybe Intimidate feels essential when the physical attackers are so strong that you need it just to prevent them from running over things. Like with Mega Kangaskhan, like Landorus T, etc., the really strong ones. So I don't know. Maybe I wonder if that's not a coincidence. But yeah, Dynamax is super fun in doubles. I forgot to give Indeedee the candy. I just realized I always forget something, but hopefully nobody's Dynamaxing Indeedee. If you are, I'm really sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was that. You're gonna be fine.
You're gonna be fine. Yeah. Don't Dynamax Indeedee. I can fix it if people want. Repost the code. But anyway, this is the team that we're gonna be using today. Yeah, I didn't know that you used to compete. I missed that somehow. So that's
so
awesome.
it was just one like tournament.
Right, but 6-2 for your first tournament is really good, especially in 2014 where it was really volatile.
So they had like, what are they called? Premier challenges?
Yeah.
Like Friday and Saturday, and I went to those two and did way worse.
That's okay.
But I did better over the course of each of the 3 days.
Right.
So like doing that well in the regionals, like I was like, I'm pretty pleased with myself.
Yeah, you should be. Do you live near like the Texas area? I mean, you don't actually. If you don't want to say on stream, that's fine. There's a regional coming up in Dallas.
Yeah, so well, I've talked about it, so I don't mind. I did live in Houston for many years. We actually moved to LA. Like just a few months ago, actually. I don't know how long we'll stay here, but I don't think the Dallas regional is gonna work.
Right. Okay. I was if you were nearby, then I was gonna suggest it, but
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, cool. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the team we're using today. So you obviously are a huge fan of Phalanx, right?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite of the Gen 8 Pokemon. My number one favorite is Mr. Octolocto.
I love Octolocto, dude.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I kind of want to get the hat out, but yeah.
But Phalanx is I love the design premise is great. I think it's adorable. And just no retreat. Like
it's
the
sick.
Move is insane.
It's sick.
Plus like the animation is like these adorable like battle Kirby's like screaming on a castle cliff with a storm going in the background. It's like, what?
It's an amazing animation. Like it's probably the best.
So I really want Phalanx to succeed.
Yes.
Which is why I was like, you should make a guide / team for it.
Yes.
And you did, and that's cool.
And here we are. Yeah. So yeah. So this is the team that we've built. I'll just walk you through it really quickly. First of all, we have Phalanx, so that's who the team is built around. This Phalanx is trained in speed and HP with a Psychic Seed because of Defiant, you don't have to worry about dropping your attack. And because of the defense boost, you actually become like super bulky after no retreat. We've paired it with Indeedee with Psychic Surge. The main premise here is that it's so hard to like... It's really basically... It's near impossible to hit Phalanx around Indeedee's Follow Me, and so you basically get +1 in every stat right off the bat, plus with the exception of special defense where you get +2, thanks to the Psychic Seed, so it just makes it incredibly bulky.
Oh, that's awesome. So remind me, which type does Colbur Berry affect?
That's Dark type. So we're immune to Ghost. Indeedee is only weak to Dark and Bug, and so I think I had Focus Sash, but it was never activating, so I kind of felt like, let's throw in Colbur Berry because like this Indeedee is relatively bulky, and like there's not really... very many bug Pokemon at the moment. Like, there's definitely a couple that are good, but for the most part, there's like very little bug attacks in this thing. So we could have run like a berry, like a health restoring berry as well. But I figured better safe than sorry, just in case we run into like a weird Tyranitar, or like a just or like Hydreigon, like with Life Orb or Choice Specs. Let's just like throw on Colbur Berry so that like it might turn a 2-hit KO into a 3-hit KO. That was my thinking.
Okay, that makes sense. So, follow-up question.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the EV spreads over here. Why max special attack rather than investing more into, like, defense or special defense?
So, I actually like offensive Indeedee a little bit because with Psychic Terrain, although it is weaker now than it used to be, which I learned recently, but with Psychic Terrain giving the power boost and, like, you could run more bulk, but when I was running Calx, I found, like, it kind of felt like... I would say we could experiment with that. We could definitely try bulkier Indeedee, but there's a couple Pokemon that Phalanx doesn't hit very well, and so having a Pokemon that can do more damage, for example, like Braviary is really problematic for this team, and so having a Pokemon that can do more, like I think I'd rather have, given Indeedee can always take at least one hit for the most part, like, and so it should take at least between like 2 and 3 hits depending. And because like we don't have a health restoring berry anyway, I kind of figured like we can go offensive with it and just try that so that Pokemon like Gyarados and Braviary, who are really problematic for Phalanx, like you can do more damage to them. But it could have gone with more bulk as well. We just chose to be more offensive. But yeah, that's another thing where like if we were testing this team and if Indeedee kept getting knocked out before we wanted it to, then we could. That's like an adjustment that we could make from there. You know.
Okay.
But yeah, moving on. Like I mentioned, the team has Phalanx specifically has trouble with flying type Pokemon, so we've added Tyranitar, Excadrill, and Rotom, all of which are pretty good against flying type Pokemon. This team is 4 physical attackers with 1 special attacker. The reason for that is that, 2 special attackers with Indeedee and Rotom. The reason for that is that with Phalanx's Defiant, you discourage Intimidate, which is the first thing, and the second thing is that Dynamaxed Phalanx using close combat raises the attack stat, so it can like buff Tyranitar, Excadrill, or Gyarados in addition to itself. And with Dynamax doubling your HP, you become super bulky, especially after your No Retreat and Psychic Seed boost. So you're just like very hard to remove, and if you're Dynamaxed, boosting your partner's attack on fast, powerful Pokemon, it's really scary for your opponent. So
okay,
yeah, are you tracking so far? Do you have any questions?
So, I mean, I'm guessing the primary strategy is, like, you're going to lead with Phalanx and Indeedee
exactly
90% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Follow me, no retreat, and then,
just win.
You know, just Dynamax and try and kill things.
That's what I've been doing, yeah.
Okay.
And so let's talk about the things that give that problems. Okay. First is flying types, like I mentioned, which is part of the reason we have Tyranitar, we have Excadrill, we have Rotom. Just because Phalanx, like, it doesn't hit flying types that hard, and it takes a lot of damage from flying type attacks. And the other is Trick Room teams, especially like Psychic type Trick Room setters. Fairy as well, like, but mostly Psychic because that's why we have Iron Head to hit the fairies. But for example, Hatterene and Indeedee is really hard for Phalanx because once they get rid of Indeedee, it's like our own Indeedee, then they just start like. They can just really do too much damage to Phalanx, which is why I paired it with Tyranitar, who is obviously like super bulky and super effective on Psychic types. And yeah, Excadrill, who also is like a super effective on Fairy and resists Psychic type attacks. So that's part of the reason Tyranitar, Excadrill were added. Like, they're solid on their own, like just in general. You can bring them up front to pressure things. You can bring them in the back to pressure things. And yeah, they're just like overall solid against flying and Trick Room Pokemon. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So I would say, like, if we do run into an Indeedee Hatterene lead team, which is very common right now, would you still go with the Phalanx Indeedee lead, or would you just be like, no?
That's kind of a weird situation where I might consider bringing Phalanx in the back. Against Trick Room, you would probably want to lead Tyranitar just so you could fire off attacks. And so, like, if you want to be safe, you could lead like Tyranitar and Indeedee and just like focus on like KOing their Indeedee turn 1, and then from there you can try and stall out the Trick Room with like Dynamax, and you Follow Me on your own Indeedee, which makes it getting rid of it difficult, and like you have a couple tricks up your sleeve. The other option is that you can lead Tyranitar, Excadrill, and just double Rock Slide and flinch them, which is my personal favorite, but I feel bad when I recommend other people do that just because like it's not consistent, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tyranitar up front is pretty good. The thing is though, and this is one of the situations where like you could bring your own Phalanx in the back, so that like once you stalled out Trick Room, then you could set up Phalanx late game, which is not normally something we want to do, but against Trick Room teams you might be able to do it. Like once you get rid of the Psychic and Fairy types, so that late game Phalanx can still be good.
Okay, cool. That makes sense to me.
And then the very last Pokemon who there's Gyarados, who is just here because the typing is nice. I wanted it pairs really well with Tyranitar and Excadrill. It doesn't add like that much on its own, but it also pairs very well with Indeedee because Follow Me and then like Dragon Dance into launching like Helping Hand attacks is really threatening, especially with Dynamax Gyarados. And also Intimidate is nice because Tyranitar is especially bulky. Phalanx obviously has more special bulk than physical bulk because of the Psychic Seed boost. And yeah, just like making Phalanx like stick around longer and also benefiting from max fighting. It's not like a super complex pick here, but it just kind of made a lot of sense in my mind. And then I noticed that we were pretty weak to Corviknight, so I added Rotom Heat. Just because Rotom Heat can do, like, it's really good against Corviknight, and it's really disruptive with Trick and Overheat and stuff. So, yeah. Rotom is here to hit, like, it's also good against water types because we don't have any super effective moves to hit water types except for Gyarados and Rotom. Gyarados is also here for Rain because Gyarados Indeedee is actually pretty good against Rain. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, does all that make sense? I know I kind of threw a lot at you really quickly.
No, I think I understand, yeah.
Yeah, like, I feel like, to me it makes a lot of sense, but also I've already played with it a fair bit, so, yeah, definitely not a perfect team, but I think it's pretty good, especially for a Pokemon like Phalanx who hasn't really had the chance, like, there haven't really been any Phalanx teams that I've seen, you know?
Yeah. I think it'll be good to, like, see it, like, in action.
Right.
Because then I can see the decisions, like, okay, this Pokemon here and so forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Learn by doing.
Not just like what do I do aside from like the if the default strategy doesn't work.
Right. That's kind of the challenge of. I feel like that's like learning how to play that is a large part of like how to improve at VGC, you know? Like okay, I have a main strategy. What happens when that doesn't work? Oh, this person's really high ranked, so this should be interesting. They're top 100 in the world. So this is what we were talking about.
That's Trick Room.
That's Trick Room. So
yeah,
their setter is Oranguru. They have Follow Me, and they have oh geez, this is scary. They have Follow Me on Togekiss. They have Fake Out with Hitmontop, who they're probably not going to bring, and they have Butterfree, which is also annoying.
So why do you think they're not going to bring Hitmontop?
I think because we have Indeedee and Psychic Terrain blocks Fake Out, that they probably won't bring it. I expect Oranguru and either Togekiss or Butterfree, and then in the back I expect Rhyperior and Snorlax.
Okay.
So I think they're probably going to lead Butterfree to try and put us to sleep. So I think for the first game, maybe we always play against Trick Room teams, and it's really frustrating because like it's not the best to learn from, you know.
Yeah.
And that Rhyperior is going to be really, really annoying in my opinion. So I think for this first one, maybe what we should do is I almost feel like we should lead Tyranitar. We should definitely lead Tyranitar, right? And I think if they lead Butterfree, I'm trying to think. The Trick Room is hard because you have to think a couple turns ahead. We're definitely going to bring Gyarados. We're definitely going to leave Rotom. Sorry, I just have to think about what we want to bring. T-Tar. Let's do... Oh, we're out of time. T-Tar, Indeedee, Gyarados, and Phalanx, I think, in the back. Is that good? Yeah. We actually want Phalanx here because we want to try and win in the end. Sorry, I know that didn't make a lot of sense. Basically, this team is really annoying because it requires a super specific game plan. So, the way that you beat Trick Room teams in the early metagame is you have to, like... You basically just have to stall them out. That's our main game plan here. We're just trying to stall out this Trick Room team so that... once Trick Room ends, we can, like, overpower them. Okay, that's not what I expected.
Well, it's half of what you expected.
Yeah, that is half of what I expected. So what are your thoughts here, seeing this?
So, Oranguru's, of course, going for Trick Room. I'm not honestly that familiar with what Snorlax does.
It mainly belly drums or curses. It's mostly a setup Pokemon at the moment.
Okay, so... then it's probably Trick Room plus setup.
Exactly.
So should we like try and kill the thing before it?
Yeah. So I think helping against Superpower will probably KO Snorlax. And the thing is, I don't think Crunch will KO because actually Dynamax Helping Hand Crunch might KO Oranguru. I'm thinking Oranguru probably has the Dark Berry, if that makes sense. And
that would make sense.
Or it could be Focus Sash. Yeah. So would you rather try and take out Oranguru knowing it probably has something for Tyranitar, or would you rather go after Snorlax?
So if we go after Oranguru, you think we can prevent it from Trick Rooming? I
I'm not sure if we can. I don't know my calcs here. That's the problem. Like, I think there's a chance, but if we get it wrong, we would be in trouble immediately.
So then we should probably just try and kill the Snorlax.
That's kind of what I'm thinking as well, because it's actually like... And we're using Helping Hand Superpower to do that. They also could do something weird like Ally Switch, which would be kind of bad, but yeah.
Also, if it has a Sash, the Sand will break it this turn.
Exactly. Okay, so they don't protect. I think this will kill. Goodbye. And Snorlax let's go. Yeah, so Snorlax was a big threat, and if we let that thing, like, if Oranguru had, like, Focus Sash, for example, and it set Trick Room, we would probably just lose right away, like, honestly. Like, because +6 Snorlax with Instructor and Guru would be, like, game over, most likely. Or if it had Colbur Berry and it survived, that would be really bad, truth be told.
Would be really bad.
Yeah. I don't think you can instruct max moves, now that I think about it. Huh.
That is a good question. I have no idea.
I'm going to bet that you can. So they're probably going to go into Rhyperior here. That's their other Trick Room sweeper. They could go Hitmontop, but it's not very good. So I think they have to go Rhyperior. So thinking that if they go Rhyperior, what would you like to do here? Oh, it's going to be honest, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what's going on.
Good to know even the pros sometimes don't even know what's going on.
Because Tyranitar's Rock Slide is our best move here. It hits both, so even Ally Switch won't help them, and it OHKO's Butterfree even after an attack drop.
Oh. Well then, is there a reason not to click it?
I don't think so.
Should you, like, Rock Slide Follow Me, so if it tries to put
the thing is,
Indeedee to sleep?
Indeedee's actually slower, so we could even Rock Slide Psychic, just in case it's Focus Sash.
Well, also the Sand.
Also the Sand. Yeah, well, we don't want to... But if we use Psychic beforehand, or if they Dynamax, then even if they... like, if we KO Butterfree before it can Sleep Powder, then we won't go to sleep.
You think we're not going to die to a Giga Drain or something?
No, definitely. Yeah, we're not in range of getting
Okay.
KO'd here. And DD might die to Bug Buzz, but like that
Okay.
it would be the same
Then
even
probably some Rock Slide Psychic, you think?
if yeah, or we could if that sounds good to you.
That sounds fine to me.
Because Oranguru is mostly a supportive Pokemon, so I'm not that worried about what it's going to do on its own. Oh, you just won a battle in one turn. So here's what I think happened, because that person was top 100 in the world. I think their strategy there was they were like, okay, Oranguru has Symbiosis, so it can pass its berry to Snorlax. Snorlax was probably going to go for Belly Drum, maybe get past a berry immediately, and then they were like, I think their strategy was use Instruct with Snorlax, and then like to KO everything in Trick Room, and then after that happens, either at some point, if Trick Room goes down, or if they need to, go into Butterfree to use like Sleep Powder and Rage Powder to protect Snorlax even more.
Okay.
But you KO'd Snorlax turn 1, so they only had support. They probably had Togekiss in the back for another, or Hitmontop, probably Togekiss for another Follow Me, just so you could never hit Snorlax. However, you just KO'd it turn 1.
That's awesome. I'm glad we decided to target it then.
Yeah, so I don't know what Oranguru is doing, but that's my first 1-turn forfeit, so thank you.
Yeah!
We might actually, I say if we play another Trick Room team, we might do 3 battles this episode, just so we can use Phalanx. Or we just use Phalanx regardless, because that's the whole point.
Yeah, we gotta use Phalanx.
We have to use Phalanx.
The Phalanx video.
Yeah, it would be crazy if we didn't use Phalanx in the Phalanx video. Please no Trick Room. Please no Trick Room.
Please no Trick Room.
Please no Trick Room.
Please no
430,
Trick Room.
okay? Please, 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 please. That doesn't look like Trick to me.
Yeah.
They do have
God, there's a
Corviknight.
Grimmsnarl though. I have
hate
lost to
Grimmsnarl.
every Grimmsnarl I have fought.
That's what we like to hear. Today
I've only done like a total of like 15 battles, but still.
Your luck's about to change. So, what are your thoughts looking at this? Who do you think we need to for this game?
Let's see. I mean, I feel like the Phalanx and DD lead isn't like eliminated here, so I don't think
let's do it just because like they have Intimidate on their team, and DD's actually like the only real problem with that is Corviknight, and we can find ways around that.
Yeah. I think man, there's like the rest of our Pokemon are like good against like one. But then, like just one. Well, okay, Tyranitar is good against both Dragapult and Arcanine.
And it's actually good against Snorlax and Grimmsnarl as well, because it is a weakness policy, so...
Oh, yeah.
And Gastrodon kind of as well, for that reason.
Okay, so probably Tyranitar, and then where Gastrodon really screws us up, so I feel like we have to bring Gyarados.
So I think... Gyarados is, like, good, but I think we need Rotom, because we can kind of overpower Gyarados, or we can overpower Gastrodon, but we cannot overpower Corviknight in the same way once it becomes too bulky.
Okay.
So
10 seconds.
We can drop... Would you want to bring Tyranitar, or do you want to bring Gyarados for Gastrodon?
Tyranitar is good against more.
Yeah, let's do Tyranitar. So ideally... Yeah, go ahead.
Ideally, the Phalanx just kills everything.
That's the goal here. Corviknight's the one thing that makes that a little tricky, but that's still the goal nonetheless. Ideally, they lead Arcanine, actually, because of Defiant, we would get the Intimidate boost right away, and we'd be like +1 attack, +1 special defense, just to start the battle, which would be really good.
Please let this person not know what Phalanx does.
That's fine. That's a fine lead for us. That's actually fine.
You're not worried about a... Well, okay,
well, Psychic Terrain turns off Fake Out.
I was thinking of like a Play Rough from Grimmsnarl.
Yeah, but we can follow
me. Or a Paralysis.
No, wait, no,
Psychic Terrain. Psychic Terrain, that's right.
Exactly.
Okay, they just probably reflect.
I haven't seen Phalanx in game, and I love it. That's so cute. Or like in VGC.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cute.
It's great.
So what are you thinking here?
I mean, no retreat, follow me.
Heck yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm thinking if we can use something other than follow me. Like, we could Psychic the Dragapult, but follow me is so much safer that I think we should just go for it. I totally agree. Yeah. Actually, the ideal situation here is, I don't think they would, but if the
ideal situation is they forget that Psychic Terrain stops Thunder Wave.
Right, so they go for Fake Out, and then they Dynamax Dragapult, use Max Dragon, lower our attack, and then double our attack, because... Wait a second, they're not going to do that, are they? It's in the Beast Ball. I think that means it's Dragapult. I feel like you put Dragapult in the Beast Ball, you know? Okay, so we're immune to Max Ghost, and Max Dragon is really good for us, so... And they've already started their Dynamax, and Indeedee kind of just here to die anyway, so... This could be good for us. This could be really good for us. Let's see if they go for a screen or something. Reflect? Alright, that's fine. That's not great, but...
I saw that coming.
Yeah. Dragon. Oh, that's not good.
Oh.
We didn't actually take that much damage, though, so... Yeah, but we do have to watch out for Dragapult now because that thing is definitely scary.
No retreat.
0 retreating. So I guess it's Fly. Okay, so now we're strong, but we cannot switch.
Right. So do we Dynamax?
I think we do Dynamax. So the question is, so it looks like Indeedee can live another hit from They're gonna need to use both attacks to take out Indeedee here. So do you think we should go for the super effective Max Steel Spike into Grimmsnarl and raise our defense?
That makes sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Max Knuckle would raise our attack, but it's only going to be like neutral.
It's neutral, and it's actually weaker. Like it's a good bit weaker because it's Dynamax fighting.
Oh right, and fighting has a smaller cap. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And let's just follow me again. We don't need to. We really don't want to take Fly here. Or Max Fly. The good thing is that because we know that Dragapult has Fly as its flying type attack, if we can get through Dynamax, then we don't actually have to worry anymore about Fly, because we can always just protect on the Fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it takes 2 turns.
Thank you for explaining that, because I didn't actually know what flying move it
right.
got.
I think it's I'm like 90% sure that it's Fly. Okay, they switch. This could be the Gastron or Corviknight. I think that's. I don't know what that is. Corviknight. All right, so that's not ideal for us, but they have already used their Dynamax, which is good. Because that also means that we're probably going to survive this turn as well. I just realized, because or they're going to go for Max Dragon and give us an attack boost, which would be very good given we just got a defense boost.
Look at the little
That's
big
so
little guys.
good.
I know.
That's so good. Okay, we fed them the Dynamax candy. Thank you, 17 cats. Follow me. Yeah, they're kind of not in a great spot here, frankly. Are they going to use Max Dragon or Max Flying? All right, we're living. I think. Okay, that's got to be a crit, or like we just did a super...
I think it was just like a higher roll.
But still, we had 89. And that's crazy. What? I'm actually in disbelief. All right, that's all right. Can't win them all. Okay. Huh. Still, Phalanx is very bulky right now with +2 defense.
It's at +2 defense. Yeah.
So I think we need to get rid of this Dragapult. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now.
I would agree with that.
So I think we go T-Tar, and once we can always use Rotom to beat Corviknight later. Yeah. I keep forgetting about Reflect. Reflect is super annoying.
It is annoying. Yeah, Grimmsnarl ruins everything always.
Yeah, I don't like Grimmsnarl. So, what do you think we should do here? Because we can attack with Phalanx, we can protect with Phalanx to stall out their last turn of Dynamax.
Ooh, that's something I feel like should be considered.
I kind of feel like we should do that, personally.
Yeah. Stall out the last turn of Dynamax, and then
just crunch
the Dragapult.
I feel like that's a pretty good move, personally.
Because
they're going to
live in Ironhead.
Oh, 100% we live in Ironhead. Yeah, we live in Ironhead.
Does it outspeed? I don't know the speed tiers.
Because Corviknight will both of them will outspeed because of the speed boost from Max Flying.
Oh right, the Corviknight got that last.
Exactly, but I think even still, our Tyranitar is not fast, so I think it would survive anyway. Okay. Max Airstream, good. That was a good protect. They might even double up into us here. And if they oh, okay, that's not great. God, Corviknight. I really hate Corviknight. It's so annoying.
It's cool though.
It's super cool, but it's so annoying. I hope it's not weakness policy. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's a weakness policy.
Uh-oh.
Right. I hate weakness policy, Dragapult. Okay, we have to get rid of that thing. If we can get rid of that thing, we're going to be fine. So let's see. They are +2. We are +2. We're really not... Dragapult's not that threatening to us right now. It's really the Corviknight. Okay, okay, what do you think we should do here?
I think... Man, that's hard to say. Because Max Knuckling the Corviknight will, like, give us a nice attack boost.
Yeah.
Max Steel Spike.
It won't kill anything is the problem.
Yeah, it won't kill anything. I feel like we have to Max Knuckle the Corviknight.
I agree. And then just go for the KO and the Dragapult, because now that it's not Dynamax, we will KO.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. Yeah.
I feel like they might go for Fly here, actually, but that's okay. Oh, what? Oh, that's actually so sick, but that's so bad for us. I didn't know it got acrobatics.
I did not know that either.
Okay, well, we didn't take that much damage. Oh my god. Okay, we're actually still okay as long as, yeah. Well, actually, because we'll still live a Brave Bird even this turn. Okay. All right, we have to be careful, but we're still doing okay somehow. Because we get rid of
should kill it this turn.
100%. This thing is gone. Yeah, this thing is gone. And the thing is, we can KO Corviknight with Rotom, so we just have to find a way to, like, basically, if Phalanx can KO whatever they send in, which I think it can most likely. Oh, but Reflect is still up.
Reflect is still up, yeah, but Phalanx is the fastest Pokemon on the field.
By far, and it's got crazy good stats right now. It's got +2 attack, +2 defense, +2 special defense, +1 speed. So it's very, very good. And the Corviknight's only +1. Okay, Grimmsnarl's back on the field. And we're back to being Babby form. So I'm kind of feeling like, let's check the field really quick. They still have a couple turns left of being annoying. I'm kind of feeling we should protect and go into Rotom here to try and deal with the Corviknight.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, because we don't want to Tyranitar really with the defense boost. It like can't do that much.
Because it can't Thunder Wave this turn because Psychic Terrain's still up, right?
Exactly. And even next turn, isn't like Thunder Wave probably isn't its best option, just because like. Because then like Phalanx could just attack. So next turn we're gonna have +2 Iron Head, which I don't think will KO Grimmsnarl through Reflect. I'm pretty sure it won't. However, well, yeah, we can put in a lot of pressure.
Yeah, because Reflect, he's just gonna set it up again at the start of next
They
turn,
probably
right?
have Light Clay, unfortunately, but if we do enough damage here, we probably can still win.
Oh, how many? I thought I saw it had 1 turn left.
Yeah,
Maybe
no, you're
Maybe
totally right. No, you're right. But if it has Light Clay, it won't show us until the next turn. Then it will say. So right now it's just 1 out of 5. Next turn it will say 3 out of 8. So that way it doesn't reveal the item right away, which I actually agree with. But yeah, it makes it a little annoying. God, that Reflect was really good for them because it just slowed us down a lot.
Yeah,
maybe Phalanx should have
hard to deal with.
Let's see, Brave Bird. All right, so they actually attacked, which is good because we didn't want them to set Light Screen that turn. Spirit Break. Oh,
yes.
Let's go. Now I'm trying to think. So what we need to do here is we need to flinch them with Iron Head. Oh, that's so good. They have leftovers. That means they don't have Light Clay.
Yeah,
okay.
But I mean, he's gonna Prankster Reflect just at the start of this.
But that's really good. That's still very good for us because if he Prankster Reflects, then we get 2 Iron Heads off because we cover Corviknight with Rotom, if that makes sense. So that we've kind of got them in a pin situation.
So how do we cover Corviknight?
So if we Iron Head into Grimmsnarl and they don't use Reflect, then they'll get KO'd. And if they do use Reflect, then they didn't KO us this turn. And if Rotom overheats into Corviknight,
it dies.
It dies.
Okay.
So I think
what's the speed order here?
Phalanx,
assuming no Prankster.
Phalanx, then Rotom, then Corviknight, then Grimmsnarl.
Okay.
Because Rotom is Choice Scarf.
That's the area I'm lacking in the most, is knowing like what outspeeds what.
Right. So I think we should just overheat. It might be bad for us if something goes wrong this turn, but I feel like if they go for Light Screen, they might survive Volt Switch. They would definitely survive Volt Switch. So I think we have to overheat if that makes sense.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right.
So I'm curious what they do. Probably the worst case scenario is they're just going for RNG. Oh no, they've used the best move in the game. Come on, Phalanx!
Oh, no.
Come on, Rotom. Okay, let's go. We connect overheat, which is really good. This is also very good for us because that means that Rotom, nobody died this turn on our side, so that means that Rotom can switch out and come back in again.
And get its special attack back.
Exactly, and switch moves even better. I'm shocked we connected that. I'm also shocked that didn't KO.
Grimmsnarl is a bulky boy.
Yeah, I mean, also our Phalanx is not that fast, or is not that strong. We put it all in bulk, which is why we're still alive.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
By the way, did you notice? So Phalanx took damage from Sand before Grimmsnarl, which means that Phalanx will attack before Grimmsnarl, which is super helpful to know.
Oh, even after the paralysis. Oh.
Right. So now we know.
Pay attention to that kind of stuff. Jeez.
So now we know that we've actually seen 3 of Grimmsnarl's 4 moves, which is really good because that means we saw Spirit Break, Thunder Wave, Reflect. We can assume Light Screen. That means that Grimmsnarl can't protect itself.
Right.
So if we Iron Head into Grimmsnarl, it should just go down.
Okay.
And I think we should actually switch to Tyranitar here so that we can come back in and trick the Gastrodon to make sure we can beat it in like a one-on-one.
Oh, that's smart.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Because if we stay... Go ahead.
Are you not worried about a Scald into that slot?
Tyranitar's so bulky that like the worst case would be Scald and we get burned, but like staying in and overheating isn't going to do anything for us. And if we can trick the Gastrodon, then we make sure it can't recover. So
okay.
Yeah. Also, and if we just don't get paralyzed this turn, which, you know, knock on wood, if we don't get paralyzed this turn, I think we should win. Reflect, alright, that's fine. Muddy Water would actually be the worst one for us. We should move next. Yep, okay, that's good. We're in really good shape. Thanks to Phalanx.
Yeah!
Let's go, Phalanx.
Boys!
Let's see if they go for Scald. Okay, it is Scald, but that also means that... Oh, never mind. It means that they targeted the threat.
Huh.
So Sand Subsiding is not amazing for us. However, I think we're okay. Rotom's our last mon. And this is... It would have been better if we still had the sand up, but it's okay because we're going to make sure that... Because, like, let's say Gastrodon had Recover. It might be able to beat us here. Like, if it burns Tyranitar, it could probably beat us.
So, question.
Yeah.
Does this thing not lock itself into Scald, so tricking a choice item onto it is really bad?
So, it probably will lock itself into Scald, which is not amazing for us. However, if we don't trick it and it has Recover, then we will definitely lose her. Like, let's say it has like a Berry, right?
Okay.
So I think we have to trick it regardless, because then, like, it can only target one of us at a time, and it's probably going to start out targeting Tyranitar.
Okay.
And we can also use this turn to trick and protect, install a turn of Reflect.
Oh, true.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay.
If they go after Rotom, that would have been bad, but, yeah. Thankfully, there's no Z moves anymore, so, like, now everything can be tricked, which is, like, just nice to know.
Yeah, very true.
Let's see what they had. Choice Scarf, we got the Wiki Bear. Okay, so that would have healed them a ton. Like, that would have healed them, 33% when they got low enough. So we just basically did 33% of their damage.
Awesome.
You know what the other cool thing we can do here is?
No.
At some point, we can trick our own Tyranitar to pass it Recovery with that berry.
Oh, what?
That's cool, right?
Yeah, that is cool.
So, right now, we probably have no... I mean... We pretty much have no choice except to attack with all our Pokemon, right? And their strongest moves.
Right.
So, that's just what I'm going to do. We still could lose this. We definitely could lose this, but I think we're okay because of the weakness policy, and now the... Oh, yeah, we're definitely okay. That did so much damage. Like, given that was a resisted attack.
Yeah.
And if they don't burn here, we should win 100% of the time. Ah, that's not good. I think that means it didn't burn. I forget the order. That did a lot of damage. That's called it a ton of damage. Yeah. We're in the clear. To reflect. Very nice. 2-0.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I'm proud of Phalanx.
Phalanx was actually... He was good, right? Like, he took... Think about it. He took +2 Acrobatics and +1 Brave Bird.
Yeah, that bulk is serious.
Yeah. Oh, we got some Carbos.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go. But yeah, that's the team, and those are the games. I have it public, so anyone who wants to, yourself included, Michael, can use it. And it's actually a super fun team. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on, and like, I'm sure it can still be improved, just because, you know, most teams this early on, like, they have some weak points and stuff. But overall, I feel like it's a really fun team, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on with it. And Phalanx is just very fun to use, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think I know, like, the best strategy in this situation is because now that you've publicized this team,
right,
how you win on the online ladder is building a complete and utter counter team.
Exactly. Exactly. That's
how you win in the online ladder. What does Wolfie do? Do the opposite.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad because I've published, like, a new team for the last 3 days, and I have another one tomorrow I might share.
That's honestly good.
Yeah.
Because then it's, like, not just all the same thing.
Right, because I remember when I had the Dracovish team out, like, it was just Dracovish everywhere. Like,
oh my gosh, it really was.
So I'm glad that I've been, you know, staying away from using Dracovish just to give people some relief, you know?
Yeah.
Cool. So that's pretty much everything. I just want to say thank you to Eddie, 17 Cats, Billy, and Dylan for helping get the Pokemon in game. That was a huge help. Like, I've been using a ton of different teams, and I couldn't do it without the help of my friends. So... thank you to those guys, and Michael, thank you so much for being on. This was I had a ton of fun, and honestly, thank you for the suggestion. Just because, like, I ended up really loving this team, and I don't know, like, I really enjoyed using Phalanx, and that, like, I wouldn't have used it without your input. So
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to have had a positive contribution. I had a heck of a lot of fun. I also definitely, like, learned a lot in just those, like, short 2 battles, which was great. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, you were welcome. Yeah, anytime. I kind of want to. I've done, like, a lot of kind of these style of videos where I take a new team and I introduce people to it, and I kind of want to do, like, I'm thinking about doing a series where like I have like a follow up, and so we can see like the growth of people over time if my guests are interested in coming back. So
I'd be definitely interested in something like that.
Yeah, because like I feel like also we could actually, it could be cool. I'm just talking a lot. I didn't really think about this in advance, but like
That's okay.
that's my style. So, but yeah, like if you were to go and like take this team and like go ahead and mess around with it yourself, and then come back to me and be like, hey, these are the weak points, and then we can go and like improve it, and then play some more games. And I know like I kind of had more of a. I felt like I was like we were both driving this team, but I know there were times where I was kind of like, hey, here's what we should do and here's why.
Right.
I feel like if we were to have like a follow up or another episode of this, once you had some time to use it yourself, then we could like it would be cool to see you making those decisions as well, and maybe seeing things that I would miss. So yeah, that's just kind of spitballing. So yeah, maybe we'll do that.
that sounds fun. I'd be down.
Awesome. Cool. So again, thank you for being on. I really appreciate it. Guys, go check out Michael. Links, MandJTV. Links in the description, and I'll pin it as a comment as well. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Go check out Michael's channel. Go watch Houston Regional Vlog 2014. Most viewed video on YouTube. We can do it.
All right.
Cool. All right. Thanks, guys. See you later, and goodbye.